233. I'm going to be handling the net tonight on Channel 17 GMRS, Kiamichi Amateur Radio Club. I'm going to call out some signals, call signs. You guys come back to me as you can. Feel free to inject any information or conversation that you would like. Anybody that can hear us that we don't call out your call sign, feel free to come in. At the end, I'll give an all come in signal, and you guys can jump in if you can hear us, and jump in and join us. We'd love that. It's right about 8 o'clock, so we're going to go ahead and kick this off. This is WRUP 233, heading up the net tonight for the Kiamichi Amateur Radio Club. First one I'd like to call out is WRBU 372, Jason Kennedy. Contact there. Next one on the list is WRHS 922, Jack. WSCN 560, Brian. WRKV 987, James. WRWF 702, Nelson. WRWK 576, Amy. WRWK 973, Joe.
WRWK 973, I hear you.
I can hear you just plain. We're using our new repeater. It's set up down here in the valley, not up on the mountain, but you able to hear us nice and clean?
Yeah, y'all are coming through crystal clear.
Same here. You guys doing okay? Did you ever got any further on your external antenna at your house?
No, not yet. I've been able to do Christmas shopping instead of radio shopping.
Well, I understand that for sure. Well, we're anxious to see what can happen when you get your antenna up tall at your house. Hopefully, my fingers are crossed that you'll be able to get out a little bit over that mountain. But yeah, I understand this month is certainly got a lot of things going on, and the radio will be kind of at the end of the list for sure. I understand that, but it's good to have you tonight. Next on the list is WRWN 612, Billy. WRWY 603, Al. On the list is WRXZ 515, Chris. Next one down is WRPL 657, Brock.
This is WRPL 657, and good evening to everyone on the net this evening. We've got you loud and clear here.
Very good, Brock. Yes, we got you loud and clear as well. Hope you're having a decent evening. Got a little rain today. Kind of cooled things. Well, I don't know that it cooled things off, but it feels cold to me. I guess it's the humidity in the air.
Oh, roger that. Yeah, I think it started here about 7 o'clock in the evening and then went a lot last night. I got a late message on Facebook from that fellow over at Mulberry that had the two steel doors and some wood doors. He has already sold the steel doors. All he had left were the wood ones, so that option's out.
Okay, roger that. Good information. I'll be traveling tomorrow evening down towards North Texas, and there is a salvage supply shop down there. I'm going to make a run by there as well and see what they got available. If they've got anything reasonable that might even come close to fitting our venue that we need, I'm going to go ahead and pick that rascal up just so we'll have it, as long as the price is right. But yeah, that's something we need to keep our eye out. Everybody out there, we need a steel door, 36-inch wide steel door, exterior door. But I'm going to be checking that place I mean, I'll go down tomorrow. Probably won't be able to check it before Tuesday, but I'll let everybody know as best I can if I found one, and we'll keep.
Okay, how far south are you going? Are you going past Sherman-Denison area?
Well, I'll be open to travel. I mean, I'm going to be stationed out of Durant for 2 or 3 days. So, you know, from Durant on south on down is not that terribly far.
Yeah, well, there were several places that had steel doors for sale down there in Texas, and I'm not sure how far south they were. I'll try to take a look either tonight after the net or in the morning, and if I spot one that's reasonably close, I'll text message you on the phone and send you the information on it.
Absolutely. That would be great. Yeah, like I said, Tuesday I will try to go down to that salvage place and look, and I'll contact you as to what I discovered in that area, and I'll be looking forward to your text if there's anything close that I can go by and see. If it looks like it's even halfway reasonable at a reasonable price, I'm going to go ahead and pick it up.
Sounds good. And WRPO 657 will turn it back to net control.
Roger that. Next one on the list is WSAE 806, Mike. All right, next on the list is WSCI 834, Bran.
Yeah, this is WSCI 834. You're loud and clear. The new repeater sounds good.
All right, same on this end. I can hear you very clean, very nice, very clean. I'm very tickled so far. Our new repeater's been online for 2 days or 3 days or so, and so far she's doing a good job for us. So I'm very excited about that. I don't anticipate any problems. It's a newer machine and a very fancy machine. It'll do a lot more than we want to do, but if ever we want to upgrade or do anything different, well, we have some options. So I'm very pleased.
This brand, and I really think that's a really fancy repeater. It's real good looking.
Well, I don't disagree, Bran. I don't disagree, and I appreciate that. But I'm hoping we can get this thing set up on the mountain sometime in the next few months, and we'll have coverage, really good coverage for the valley. And I anticipate that people in the valley will be able to reach out a considerable distance once we get this thing set up.
That's real exciting news. I'm excited for that, and I'm looking forward to it. But I'm standing by on the side here.
All right, Brand, thank you. Next one on the list is WRPJ 495. Cordell. Next one on the list is WRKE 495. On the list, WRHS 922A. Donna. Next down the list, WSDZ 259. Josh over in Wilburton.
WSDZ 259, I can hear you loud and clear, but I'm not in Wilburton. I'm up here by Joe.
Josh, dadgum. I was thinking, dang, he's coming in good from Wilburton. Hey, man, I'm glad you come up here. I think once you get that antenna of yours smoothed out, you can sit at the house and join in on these nets. I can hear you pretty decent, but you've got a lot of static in the background, as it were, the other day when we tested it. But I honestly think that if we get a tuned antenna in there, you'll be coming across crystal clear from your house.
Yeah, Andy came over yesterday and we did some work on it and straightened it up. It doesn't look like an idiot put the tower up now, but it's a lot straighter. And you're right. I think I'm going to find me an antenna that's tuned for GMRS, and I ought to be able to get across there pretty easily now.
Absolutely, absolutely. I tell you what, I'm very very pleased with the progress you've made on getting your equipment set up there. I mean, just the fact that we can talk over this mountain, and it's very close to me, just the fact that we can talk over it is very surprising, and it's very exciting to see that you guys can get that put together and that we have good communications. I mean, if we needed it, we could certainly communicate.
Sure, for sure.
Next on the list is WSEF 631, Andy.
WSCS 631, Andy.
Are you up there on top of the hill as well?
Yeah, we're all sitting up here.
Do that. Well, I appreciate you guys coming out for this. I know it's a long ways for you guys and a lot of effort on your part, and I appreciate it very much. It's just a good exercise just to use the radio and practice, and over time, I'm hoping that we get this straightened out to where you guys can just sit at your home and be able to make contact, and then, you know, for fun, you can just sit at your home, but in the event of an emergency, you know, you could also still be at your home and make contact with somebody that could get you some help, or vice versa. If we were in trouble, you could get us some help, and that's what this is about alongside of the fun. You know, it's a 50-50 draw, so it's really good to hear you guys. Next on the list is WRYC 343, Ruth. Next on the list is WRWE 631, Jamie. WRPY 829, Troy. Gentlemen, well, that's my list for the GMRS. I'd like to put it out right quick for anybody listening that can hear us, that wants to come in. We would love to hear from you. Please come in at this time with your call sign. Let us know who you are. This is the Kiamichi Amateur Radio Club monthly net on the GMRS 17 repeater. Come in now. I didn't hear anything. Did anybody hear anybody trying to get in? Well, again, this is WRUP 233 for ID. Thanks, gentlemen, for coming in on the net. Listen, I think we got a decent repeater. We get this thing set up on the mountain. I think we're going to have really good comms across a good portion of the area. And, you know, if we ever needed it, it'll be there. Hopefully we don't need it in an emergency, knock on wood, but it'd be available. We're looking at a couple of things with the club. I'm going to meet with the city manager next week in Tallahena. They're interested in some of the club performing some storm spotting activities, but I'm going to get the details on that, and I'll keep everybody informed and posted on how that's going to go. WRUP 233 back. So, if anybody has anything they'd like to chit-chat about or talk about, or any important information they'd like to relay, come on in.
PL 657, this is WSDZ 259. Hey, Brock, what time do you guys get down there to the Travel Plaza in the morning, you and Brand? I want to come and quiz you out about that logging program that you set me up with.
This is WRPL 657. Yeah, Josh, we're usually down there about 8 o'clock, and if we're not there, we're down at Pam's Cafe. One or the other. We kind of bounce back and forth between the two places.
I downloaded that logging program earlier tonight, and it seems like I'm missing something, and I'm not 100% sure of that, so I was going to have you take a look at it.
Okay, it's been a little while since I've used it, but I'll be happy to take a look at it. I'll be out at the plaza in the morning, or just let me know over the radio or something like that sometime.
Sure, I appreciate it.
That's pretty good logging software. He's got it set up for all the different contests plus a general logger. And if you get one of the small band rigs. It has a rig control feature and all that. I haven't used that portion of it, but I have used the general log, the 10 meter, and the VHF, UHF contest logging.
Yeah, I like how that 10 meter for the contesting stats, it keeps all that up for you. That's actually pretty neat, and it actually keeps up with your multipliers when you DX out of the country. It's pretty neat.
Roger that. And it exports into the format that the AARL will accept, if you're going to submit your logs in.
Appreciate you, Brock. WSTZ 259.
You bet, Josh. Anytime. WRPL 657.
WRUP 233-259.
233 is 259.
You guys, I'm trying to make sure I'm clear on all this, but you guys are using your 2 meter simplex over in the Wilburton area at 146-400. Is that accurate?
No, that's for sure. That's what we're using.
Okay, sounds good. Sounds good. I think, currently as we stand at the moment, we're using 146-460 on the club as just a simplex frequency, but I'll bring it up at the next meeting if we could switch that to the 146-400, because I'm okay with that. I know that McCurtain County also uses that down around Broken Bow, Idabel area. We're a long ways from them most of that time. We wouldn't interfere with them at all anyway, especially with handhelds and mobiles. But I'd like for us to all maybe get on the same, develop a simplex frequency that everybody that's, ham classified can use that as a simplex frequency, and that way we can monitor that.
This 259, yeah, Dale. I end up monitoring that simplex channel on another radio, so I've got one radio monitoring that, and then I've got my civil defense and the GMRS all on another radio scanning on it, and that's how I'm able to monitor all three of those channels.
Absolutely. I mean, my primary mobile does GMRS and 2 meter and UHF as well, and I try to monitor the standard frequencies. But what I'd like to do is get our club to monitoring the same standard 2 meter frequency for those that are ham certified, and that way, it just makes it simpler. I don't have to scan an enormous amount of channels. I'll just put it on, the frequencies that our club uses, and that way, anybody in the club that wants to chit-chat or, again, has a problem or an emergency, at least somebody's listening.
Okay, Dale, so you're saying 146-460. There's only a few of us, so it'd be easier for us to change to 460 than it would for you guys to change to 400. That was just a off-the-cuff frequency.
Okay, well, I mean, yeah, we can go either way. We could go either way on that. If you feel like there's just a few of you guys that could switch your frequency over and make your simplex 146.460, then we'll just maintain that here as the club at 146.460 as our simplex, and I'll keep my radios programmed to that, and that way we can always talk at any time we need to.
Yeah, that'll be great, because I know Jason over there in Wilburton, the way his radios are, I've not seen his setup, but I've seen his antennas, and I know he can get over that mountain pretty easy. So I'll let him know that we're going to swap over to the 460.
Well, that'd be awesome. I mean, if you guys feel like you can do that, then we'll just consider that a done deal, and our standard simplex 2-meter frequency will be that 146.460, and that's what we'll use as our club's simplex. And on my base station, I know I can probably hear you guys and talk to you guys. Probably may or may not can on mobile. I don't know. I haven't got a chance to try it, but I know I can on my base station. That way we would always have comms. If you got your radio turned on and I get on the radio, you can hear me. If same thing. If I got mine on and you get on it, I can hear you. In the event of a catastrophe or a problem, everybody's got comms.
If I'm home, my radio is on, so I can most of the time I can hear it.
Absolutely. No, I don't disagree, and that's absolutely great. Unfortunately for myself, most of my radio stuff is in my ham shack, and I carry a handheld at all times, and when I'm in mobile units, I have my mobile units going. But I haven't talked the wife into allowing me to put up my base station inside the house, and I'm sure you all understand that. But so I've got a ham shack, and if there's anything going on, I'll be in the ham shack. But otherwise, I'm subject to handheld or my mobile unit when I'm actually mobile. Back to the net office stuff. Has anybody got anything else pertinent or anything they would like to talk about?
WRPL 657.
Go ahead, 657-233.
Something that just crossed my mind years ago when I first moved back up here. The net over at Neshoba, they were offering a certificate for anyone that connected into their net, 3 consecutive net check-ins. And it was kind of interesting. It stirred up some interest, and some people called into the net that usually wouldn't when the word got out about it. And, of course, they mailed off a certificate after you had your 3 contacts. And that might be something we want to consider. I just wanted to bring it up before I forgot about it. My mind slips a lot. So it's something to consider.
Okay, yep, roger that. I don't see why we couldn't put some sort of a program in place to do that. If they can hear us and they're not coming back in, maybe that would bring them in. Maybe that would encourage them to, at least throw out their call sign and let us know they're there and they can hear us. I'm working towards, I'm having a little difficulty posting our GMRS repeater online. Now, I'm working through that, and I've got through a couple of hurdles, but I'm still working on it. Every time I try to put our GMRS repeater online, and I think I've got it done, and I close it out, it never shows up. So I'm doing something wrong, but I'm working on it. I would like to get our GMRS repeater.
Is that what you're trying to do?
Yeah, Roger. I've tried like 4 times now on the My GMRS repeater, and twice on the repeater book, and each time I put it in, everything appears to be just fine. But then when I go back in a day or two to check it, it's not there.
That website's actually pretty handy because just like since your GMRS, which of course we're going to try to get the repeater up on Buffalo, but anybody that comes to Winding Stair Mountains or goes up to that Talamina Drive, which is a lot of out-of-towners, they're looking for GMRS repeaters.
Absolutely they are, and I have talked to several, like Jeepers, the Jeepers who are up jeeping through the mountains. I can hear them talking on different frequencies, and I have joined in on their conversations, and I've told them, that we have a repeater in the area. And, I've talked to people, Simplex GMRS, that are 25, 30 miles away from me, that are traversing through the mountains in their Jeeps and four-wheelers and stuff. I think it would be a great asset to put that online. I'm just having a hard time getting it there. I can't get it for some reason. I don't know. I'm doing something wrong.
Yeah, I don't know my GMRS very well. I don't know that part of it, but it is a very in-depth website.
Well, Repeater Book, also does list GMRS frequencies, and my GMRS.com also lists repeaters, and you can, once you get it logged in, it even shows it that it's there. It's on the map. It tells all the details. Even for people who are not members, they can get all the information. I've just struggled getting it to actually take my information, and I'm going to continue to try. But if anybody has any insight on those kinds of things, I'd love to hear it, because I want to get it posted. This is an open repeater for people to use, and we're down in the valley, but nothing's going to change other than the distance and the amount of range that we cover when we get it on the mountain.
That happens to have a moderator approval requirement on it.
I thought about that as well, but I cannot find any information about that, and I can't find any contact information to get a hold of someone to ask them about that. It's pretty much straightforward. It says if you'll put your stuff in and you'll log it in, and I'm a member, I'm a registered member of that site, and I try to log that repeater in, and I've done it at least 3 times, and I've not got it to accept it. It doesn't tell me it's not accepted. It tells me you're done, but it never shows up. So I'm wondering what's going on, and I'm assuming that I'm doing something wrong.
Never have looked at that portion of it, but I'll try to take a look at it tomorrow.
Absolutely. Yeah, take a look at it, and if you can get it logged in, then log it in. That's fine with me. Like I said, this is a public repeater for the community and anybody that's in our community. So if we can get it logged in and they want to use it, they're welcome to use it. Just a few of us available. Is there a true need to go to 2 meter or any other frequencies? Chime in. I'm willing to do it if you guys want to, but if we don't need to, we can wrap it up. Let me know.
33-259. Hey, Dale, the guy that's over in Wilburton, that I've messaged him, and I told him to jump on 146-460. I'm kind of curious if his system will get him over the mountain.
Absolutely. Then we will wrap this up on GMRS, and we will go to 146-460 2 meter. I'd be interested to know if he can get over the mountain as well. Like I said, that's good information to have, and of course, more contacts we can make. That's just great. That's good stuff. All right, WRUP 233. I'm going to wrap up the GMRS portion of our net. We will switch over to 2 meter, 146.460. Give you guys a couple of minutes, and I will announce on that frequency, and you guys, I'll call out your names, and you let me know if you're there.
WRWK 973, clear.
973, thank you for coming over and joining us. We got to get your house antenna fixed up now. I'm not sure if we can get you a satellite link, but We got to do something to get you where you can talk from your house.
Yeah, I need to figure out how to do it over the internet. I ain't got real good internet, though.
Well, that's the problem everywhere. You got no good radio signal, but you got no good internet either, and you can't even send out a pigeon courier from where you're at because they run out of steam before they get to the top of the mountain, man. You're down there in the bunker. Nuclear blast couldn't get to you. But that's a good, safe place to be. I don't blame you.
Have to resort to smoke signals.
Absolutely, smoke signals, but by the time they clear the top of the mountain, you asking for help, and all we got was, hey, everything's good, and I'm furnishing the beer, so everybody comes on over. All right, fellas, I'm going to clear this out. This is WRUP 233 for the Kiamichi Amateur Radio Club Net, GMRS repeater 17. We're going to clear the station. We're going to move to 2 meters, 1-4.